Hello, I'm here today to talk about whether you should be including political or religious work that you've done, or volunteer work that you've done, or schools that you've attended on your resume. So I think there's different answers to this question. I think that if it's helping you or qualifying you, then yes, you should include it if it's gonna help you. If it's not gonna help you or add any more value to your resume, it could be putting you at a higher risk of not getting the job. So if it's clearly not going to qualify you more, then I wouldn't put myself at higher risk of not getting the job. If it's not necessary to include, I would not include it. But also it is a personal choice. You may just want to express yourself completely and put down the religious or political work that you've done. Or another question is, yes, if you volunteer for Democratic or Republican Party, should you include it on your resume? And that goes along with what I was saying before. There is a strategic way to look at it, but also if you're a person that is okay with the risk and just wants to put their full self forward with their beliefs and viewpoints, then it's definitely a personal choice whether or not you want to include it on your resume. And if you are putting your political or religious schools you've attended, volunteer work, or work that you've done on your resume, I'm sure that one of the places that you're applying to will accept you and will have a job for you, and you can keep going until you find a job that approves of your resume. And yeah, it is really whether you want to be all the way in expressive about what you think, or if you want to approach it in a more strategic way. I would be approaching it in a more strategic way. I think for most of the time I would rather do a more strategic way. I think it would be more beneficial. And yeah, another thing is if it was religious work, so if it was for a Christian cause or something of that sort, but you were also helping children or helping out with volunteering at a place that's helping out getting donations for the kids, and maybe it's with the Christian church or something like that, one thing you could do is you can still include that you did I guess that would be a charity, that you did the charity volunteer work. Maybe that will qualify you more. If it does qualify you more for the job that you're applying to, you could include that without saying that it was with the Christian organization or with the Christian church. As far as schools, I think this also has to do a lot, if it's a religious school or not. I think this also has to do a lot to do with where you're applying to and whether or not the employer is going to how the employer is going to feel about it. So if it's clear that they're not going to like it, or it's going to make you a less attractive applicant for the job, then don't include it. I think it's all very strategic, and in the end you can decide for yourself what you want to do. But that is what I personally think about this topic, and those are my viewpoints, and thank you for listening.